What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Stardom. I'm your host, Jukebox, and here we go. You're a burglar, but you only steal things to slightly inconvenience your victims. What are you stealing?
I would steal every measuring cup but the 1/3 one.
The one that nobody ever needs.
Yeah. You use it for one recipe.
All right. So you guys know my return guest, Lewis. Lewis, man, how are you?
Doing well. Nice to be here again. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, of course, man. It seems like we got a little bit, like a slight delay. Nah, it's all good. We got a slight delay going on here. I don't know. Brock, are you having a delay on your end at all?
No, I'm all good.
Oh, right on, man. So, Brock, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm all the way down in Australia, so if anyone's going to have a delay, it's going to be me. But yeah, do a podcast, weekly podcast myself, with someone that lives in Boston. So never actually met, but yeah, we managed to have it work and just talk about nonsense and make fun of most things, and don't take much too seriously.
Right. One of the Facebook users says, are you guys going to do this podcast or broadcast naked? Nope, probably not.
From the waist down.
Actually, Brock might. He did say it's like 100 and something degrees over there.
Later today it will be. Yeah, it's about 80 at the moment. Yeah.
It's
so even if I was trying to sleep, I don't think I could anyway. So.
All right, man. Well, Lewis, yeah, you are a little delayed, but I think we're just going to run with it. Sound good? Yeah, I think he's really delayed. What do you think?
Yeah, he might. Yeah.
Okay, Lewis, can you hear us at all?
I'm getting a lot of glitching and pausing on my end.
Yes, a lot of it.
It's my connection.
Yeah, me and Brock aren't having any issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've got kangaroos in the background, and they
No.
Okay, it's caught up. No, I see that.
If you don't have a response for any of these things coming up, just freeze, okay?
Blink once for yes, twice for no.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's Mario. Mario's last time I was on, Mario asked me to throw a phone number in so he could call in, and I've been trying to work on getting my Google phone number to link to the show, and I haven't quite figured it out yet. So it's coming, Mario. Thanks to you, it is coming. It's a great idea. I just haven't figured it out yet. So, all right. So for today's topic, we went with old school medicine. I don't know however they decided they wanted to try to treat and cure illnesses. And this first one we got here is an image, and it's guy. And I'm curious, these are going to be kind of a guessing game. I wanted to start it out sort of like a guessing game. What do you think this is?
Whale's anus?
I mean, you're close. It is a whale.
Okay.
And this guy is standing inside the whale. Basically, one of the cures for joint pain back in the 19th century in Australia, believe it or not, was to stand inside of a whale carcass for 30 hours because they thought it would cure your joint aches. And there wasn't really any evidence behind it, but people were doing it.
Wow.
So did you have to wait for a whale to actually die, or did you go out and hunt one to facilitate a carcass?
I mean, from the way I'm reading it, is there's just a bunch of rotten beached whales in Australia.
What time period was it? Like, was that during the peak of
19th
whaling?
century?
So they're probably they're harvesting, probably hundreds of them out of the ocean. They're just going to wash up. Yeah, I bet you the whale carcasses were readily available during that time period.
Yep.
If only they did it in the 90s, we wouldn't have to put up with Free Willy movies.
The first one was okay. The rest of them were just repetitive.
That
I
is
say
funny,
okay.
though. I wonder
I'm
if
pretty
it
sure
went
I've
the
only
other way
watched one.
around where, I wonder if it went the other way around where they had so many whale carcasses they had to figure out what to do with them. So they're like, well, let's sell it as a medical solution. Joint pain. Come and stand inside of a whale carcass.
Or it could be like, have you ever seen that old footage from, I think it's the early 70s, where they put explosives in a whale's carcass to get rid of them? And it ended up, they put too much in and blubber just went everywhere. Like, it was live on the news, and because they did a whole news report on it. Like, let's watch this explosion, and it covered everything, smashed cars.
I'm surprised companies weren't
I think I do recall that. Yeah,
I'm surprised companies back then didn't like freeze the meat and use it for like fish bait or something like that. They could have made some money off of that.
Yeah, would have been a delicacy down with the probably more so up the North Pole.
I'm curious, with the kangaroo background, do you guys eat kangaroo meat out there?
Yeah, it's not. Oh, you can get it. It's becoming more acceptable because they are on our coat of arms. So, but,
have you tried them?
I have.
And is it tasty?
It is, but it's very difficult to eat because it jumps about the plate a bit. But once you got to ask to have it cooked, well done, not rare. So, but yeah, no. From what I can remember, because it was, last time I had kangaroo meat was been over 10 years ago.
Oh no!
But yeah, you can go into the supermarkets and just like you'd buy a steak or chicken, you can get kangaroo meat.
Mm-hmm. I've never had it. Can't say I've had it. I know that you can buy like kangaroo jerky and stuff at like the jerky stores around here.
Well, they do culls of kangaroos. Because they just can run wild and obviously graze a little bit too hard on the land. So every now and then they'll do a kangaroo cull.
All right. Lewis, have you ever had a kangaroo meat? He's so delayed.
I can't say I have. Even like I see it's like a novelty item. I think over here is it deer.
Venison.
Where it's just so common.
Yeah. It is very common. Deer is very, very common around here.
Was venison's the same as deer, yeah? Or is it different?
I believe it's I don't know. Lewis, is venison and deer the same thing?
Like if you just want to sound fancy, you say you'll have venison.
I'm not sure. I know like veal, young cattle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't know. Let's get into this next
maybe
one.
That's the same thing. Yeah.
I want to see if you guys can guess what this is.
Guys, I apologize.
No, dude, you're good, and we're just gonna keep announcing how delayed you are throughout this whole show. I do want you guys to guess what this is, though, because it's actually pretty funny.
Ultrasound.
No. When I first saw this, even though I was researching it, honestly, it looked like a floor buffer to me. Oh, he popped off. Maybe when he comes back, we'll be good. We'll give him a second to pop back on and see what's up. Sorry, everybody that is watching this, but that's kind of the comedy behind what we do here. So, yeah. Brock, man, I do appreciate you coming on. I know it's super freaking early there, so
yeah, no, that's all good.
He's so delayed. He said, "I'm having here." Yeah, no, man, all good. Okay, well, let's just keep going. Okay, so this is actually In the 19th century, doctors invented a vibrator.
Oh wow. Geez, how big was the girl?
I know, man. That does not look nothing
like
pleasant about that.
No, unless the doctor had small hands.
I imagine for me, I feel like I said, it looks like it could be a floor buffer. I showed my wife this and she just said, ouch. That does nothing about that looks pleasant.
I'm thinking the doctor invented it with that in mind. It's like, if I don't make it pleasant, they're not going to use it. So they're not going to, they're going to stick with us guys.
Yeah. Just these massive like condoms to go over the top of it so it doesn't hurt them so much. It does say that they invented it to help treat hysteria.
Well, that didn't work because females are still hysterical these days. So.
Yeah. All the issues. Yeah. Doctor, I'm really stressing out. Oh, just here, take this vibrator, go home and have an orgasm.
Call me in the morning.
Call me in the morning. Doctor, it's just not comfortable enough. You know, I keep getting rashes. I'm just coming out of the room with me. I'll help you out. Oh man. I have a love-hate relationship with medicine today, though. I feel like they prescribe anything for everything. And it's almost too lax, because here in America, like, we have issues with, people using too many opiates, kids in school getting a hold of them and stuff like that. It's outrageous, man.
Well, I love your ads. Like, I went over to the States for a holiday. Geez, how long ago was it? I know it was after 9/11 because everyone looked sus when you'd leave your bag by itself at Greyhound stations and whatnot.
Right.
But yeah, so your ads for medication. See, we don't have ads like that here. You just go, you get it. You don't like have someone go, feeling down? Well, then maybe you should try da 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 da.
Yes.
And then, here are the 48 side effects,
Yes.
If your erection lasts more than 4 hours, call your doctor.
And it's bad here, man. I mean, oh, you tired? Take this. You're feeling down? We got something for you.
Yeah, so like, we don't have ads. Like, it's not companies pushing their own
product.
It's just like, you go to your doctor, and if your doctor thinks you need something, he'll write you a script, and you can then choose what you want. Like, you can say, oh, I'll just have the generic brand, or I'll have the the name brand that he's put on the script. So
yeah. And that's another thing, though, too, is your medical insurance here is not the same as there.
No, like
if you break a leg, you don't have to go into the hospital and fill out a bunch of forms and wait, do you?
No, you'd go to emergency, and you'd pretty much get it looked after, and it wouldn't cost.
Yeah, no, here it's like, do you have insurance? That's the first question. Do you have insurance? And then here's 6 pages I need you to fill out, and then there's a 2-hour-long wait. Sorry about your leg.
Well,
sorry's not there.
I broke my ankle when I was in Canada, and even though they've got like the free health insurance and all that for their citizens, I think if you're a tourist, or if you're on a tourist visa or a working visa, which I was on a working visa, I think if you're there for like 3 months, you kind of qualify to get it. But I broke it prior to the 3 months, and I hadn't bought travel insurance because it was my second trip, and it's like, I didn't need it the first time. I won't need it the second time. Why waste that money? So I think I walked around on the ankle for a few days before I went and got it checked out. Because
man,
if it's swollen, it'll go down. I'll ice it.
Yeah,
and I had to go to one place, get an X-ray, go to the other, get an X-ray, get money out to pay for the X-ray, then get money to pay the doctor that was in the hospital, then get a car And then go back a week later because I had to leave because I couldn't work anymore because I had a broken ankle. And
So you had to keep flying back and forth?
No. Once I broke it there, I had to sort of end my trip. So that was like took about a week to sort of tie all the loose ends up. Then I had to go back to the hospital, and they got out there, kind of looked like that vibrator, and cut a line, cut straight through it up one side. So when I did fly back from Canada to Australia with the air pressure, my toes didn't pop. It just it would open up with the air pressure, and then obviously contract back when you landed. And then when I got back to Australia, I just went into the hospital here and got it recast, and that didn't cost anything. And got a moon boot a couple of weeks or 12 weeks after that, and so
fun stuff.
So that was fun.
Yeah. Medical stuff is so crazy how different it is between countries and all that stuff. All right, next up. Can you guess what these are?
Testicles.
No.
Well, I was going to say eyes, but then I thought, no, they look too...
They are eyes.
Oh, they are? I thought that would be a trick. Like
yes. No. I'm glad because actually the other pictures looked more like eyes, so I picked this one on purpose.
Okay.
They are... it says that eating pickle sheep eyes would cure hangovers.
Oh, well, it would for the sheep.
It says during Genghis Khan, the Mongols ate pickled sheep eyes for breakfast to get rid of hangovers. And it still actually is a thing, apparently. So people apparently drink it with a glass of tomato juice. I don't know if
I'd rather have the hangover.
Yes, I agree. I feel like I'd get a migraine just from staring at those eyes. The idea of it.
I don't like I only ever have tomato if it's tomato paste on a pizza. So tomato juice.
I like blood. I like Bloody Marys.
Yeah, no, I couldn't.
No.
What
is your? Do you drink?
Yeah, only socially. When I'm just beer, I'm pretty basic. Yeah. So,
do you drink just light beer, or do you like drink craft, or?
Brand beer, I guess you'd call it here.
Yeah.
If I'm out and I'm somewhere and they have their own drop or whatever, I might drink it. Don't really worry about lights. Just trying to think what I drank over there.
We have so many. There's so like the mass amount of beers here is insane.
Well, it was probably 17, 18 years ago I was there. So it was well before like microbreweries really took off here, but obviously they were there. Because I remember someone gave me a pumpkin beer, and it was like, you can have that back. It was shocking. And then I'm like, I don't know where I went, and there was like just all these beers. I'm like, you just got a beer. I just want a beer. Give me a beer.
Man, there's places just here in Kansas City alone that have like 100 and something different beers on tap at any given time.
I laughed when like light beer, because light beer here, and I still think it's the same here, is light in alcohol.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here it's like a Bud Light, right? It's still the same 5% as a Budweiser, and that's why I don't understand, because they come from the same barrel.
Well, I saw beers over there. The light part was calories.
Yes,
it was like still get pissed, but look good,
No, and I like the strong ones. I like the ones that are like dark black. Have
Stout.
more of stouts, pale ales, imperial pale ales, barrel aged ones.
I've got there's a brand over here called Furphy that do like a crisp lager or crisp pale ale and a lager that but they're pretty good. But it's really taken off in the last few years here anyway.
Good. Right on. All right, next up. I got a cute little picture of some birds. There's not really a lot of guessing to this one, but
Ooh,
Apparently you
eagles? No.
Apparently, if you use ground up bird beaks, you can avoid getting tipsy.
Ah.
Yeah. It says in ancient Syria, bird beaks were ground up, combined with myrrh, and eaten. Supposedly, this helped you avoid getting tipsy, though it seems more painful than a hangover.
Yeah.
Hey! Look who's joining us back again. Welcome back.
Well,
Still delayed.
I'm gonna try,
He's
but I
moved
don't know.
position.
I thought maybe the sun was messing with the video if it was taking up too much of the I don't know, bandwidth trying to transmit that, because it was I couldn't seem to get rid of it without moving.
So you've moved to your
I don't
second
know.
house. That's what you've done.
Yes. He drove 2 minutes to his other house.
Yeah.
Well,
No, I rotated 90 degrees around the table. That was it. Same table,
Oh, that's
same
too
room, same house. Different vantage point.
It seems like you're caught up with this though, so that's good.
Yeah. I don't know.
Man,
Who knows?
yeah, it's a Wi-Fi. Gotta blame the Wi-Fi.
Good old Wi-Fi.
Yeah, well, and I'd blame my internet provider, but I just too, and it was for HD. So I have no idea. I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna catch you up on
Regardless,
this.
I'm back.
I'm gonna catch you up on the one we're doing right now. This one is
Okay.
it's, avoiding tipsiness by using ground up bird beaks. In ancient Syria, bird beaks were ground up, combined with myrrh, and eaten. Supposedly, it would help getting over or avoid being tipsy. Yep, delayed again.
So it would like prevent intoxication then?
Yes.
Yep, there we go. All right. Well, it was nice being here. And we'll see you next time. You guys have a wonderful morning.
It's all good, man. I'll have you on another show, dude. He's a good guy, and usually he doesn't have that issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun
But
fact:
anyways,
Australia invented Wi-Fi.
are you serious?
Hmm.
Now, is it called Wi-Fi there too?
Yeah. It's like the standard is like that's what it is. So yeah.
Okay, that is a fun fact. I did not know that.
Yeah, no, there's a YouTube video with, I think it's 50 inventions, and they're all like, technically we invented Google Maps because the company that did the mapping, Google ended up buying. So,
Right.
yeah.
I heard there's isn't there like a mass, like a real big study there, some like a facility that studies the sky for like UFOs and stuff like that?
Yeah, there's there's some big telescope thing out in the outback. I don't know what it's called though.
I saw it on something. I don't remember. It was probably on one of my shows.
Because you guys have got some thing in the outback too, some strategic thing to shoot down balloons, I guess. But,
oh my god, man! Recently, I feel like it's a distraction. They signed the bill saying they'd let us know about UFOs, and then now all of a sudden, that's all that you see on social media over here. Oh, they shot down UFOs. They shot down balloons.
Have they got the old guy from Up yet?
That was actually a good movie. It was better than Free Willy.
I haven't watched it, to be honest. I just know he goes up in his so I just thought, I'll put it in balloons. I'll try and put it in where I can. Yeah.
No, we've actually had some crazy shit going on lately, like tipped hazmat materials, like train derailments all over the states, like Ohio, South Carolina, Louisiana, Texas have all had like these chemical spills from train derailments in the last like 2 weeks.
Something popped up on the something about another train or something on the little news feed.
And it's like the chemical clouds are insane. Like I haven't had anything over here in Kansas yet, but I mean it's all over the social media. At least they're not really talking about it on the news.
Yeah, no, we get everything that pretty much happens over there. So
yeah, you guys don't have a lot of interesting stuff going on over there, so you got to watch ours.
No, we do, but heard someone once say, and he was an American that lived in Australia, that America is like everywhere else in the world is looking through the telescope the right way with the worldview. In America, it's the other way. It's like if it's not happening in America, it hasn't happened, kind of thing. And
right.
It's like, oh, well,
The only thing we're not ahead on is technology. That's all China.
No, you go right with the technology with certain things.
Yeah.
But
we're all about everybody else's business. But we have so much. I mean, there's so many issues right here in the state, in the States.
Yeah, it's funny. I remember years ago with sport, like with baseball and basketball, world champs, and my old man was like, "Okay, we're gonna be world champs. They're only American teams,
It's true. Oh, I've heard that before too. Yeah. The NFL. That is funny. Soccer is picking up here, though. That's good.
Yeah. See, like soccer here, and we call it soccer too. We don't, unless you're a purist and you want to call it football, but it's not football because we have our own, like I was telling to you before we got on air, own football. So it would probably go Australian rules football would be the top game in this in the country, like football type code.
Right.
Then it'd probably be a toss up between the NRL, which is the National Rugby League, and soccer. And then probably rugby union, I guess, after that.
I know there's a lot of gambling out there. A lot of people like to gamble.
Yeah. Big gamblers, big drinkers.
Yep.
Drinking culture. So, yeah.
It is what it is. I mean, I like to have a beer every now and then. I don't really drink to get drunk. I used to. When I was younger, I used to, get a 30-pack and see how fast I could drink it.
with American beer, you probably need a 30-pack too.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a little bit light. Well, I remember when I was over there, it was a little bit light on.
Yeah, it's because I got so many damn restrictions on shit.
Well, I went out to Denny's. I assume they're still around.
Yep.
And because I'm pretty sure we don't. Well, no, we don't sell the. Is it the gas tank or the gasoline tank beer? Like big.
Yeah, those are called mini kegs. Yeah.
And because obviously being from Australia, everyone thought I drank Foster's. And it's like, nah, we don't drink that.
That's such a
ship that off to you guys.
Yeah. That's not even an Australian beer, is it?
I don't even think it's made in Australia anymore.
No.
So yeah, we're like, nah. But yeah, so that people were buying me mini kegs of Foster's and knocking them back, and they're all sort of standing around. Oh, get you another drink, and I think it was called the window cleaner or something, or it was window something because it was blue like Windex, window cleaner spray, or I don't know.
Yeah,
Windex is a brand here. I'm assuming it's a brand there.
Yes.
So I knocked that back, and then they're all sort of staring at me. Oh, you feeling a buzz yet? You feeling a buzz? And I'm like, no. It's like, when's this meant? Like they were carrying on like it was going to hit me like a ton of bricks, and it's like
that would be annoying.
Nah. So, yeah.
All right. Well, next up, let's get back on topic here. This is Cigars de Joy, give immediate relief. This is actually something they said in the 19th and early 20th century would help with asthma. I get real bad asthma when I'm around dogs for too long. Like I have a struggle breathing, and I don't really just go, man, give me a cigarette. That's never been something that crossed my mind.
Maybe it depends what was actually in the cigarette.
Yeah, I mean, they had brands back then that were specifically meant for helping to treat asthma. I just don't. I never like mentally. I wouldn't be like, hand me a cigarette if I can't breathe.
But if it was wacky tobacco, you'd be like, it'd take your mind off your asthma.
Nah, I mean, I used to smoke a lot, but if I'm struggling to breathe, the last thing I want to do is alter my mind to where I just don't care that I can't breathe
Yeah.
now. Now I just don't care.
But I feel like something to eat.
No, I do. I mean, I got nothing against weed, and actually, I used to smoke pot all the time until I started where I work now because of insurance purposes. It's just not worth it, But nothing against it. It's actually getting legalized here now, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's not legal here yet.
Yeah.
But having said, it's like it's weird because they've just legalized medical marijuana,
Yeah.
but it costs $300-$400 or something.
Yeah.
For I don't know how long that lasts. But
Yeah.
you've got to jump through so many hoops you got to go to a specialist GP, and then they've got to write you out a prescription to get it, because I have trouble sleeping, and I've heard from people who do smoke that, no, just have smoke or have an edible or something, and knocks you right out. You have a good sleep. But I don't know. I don't hang around with anyone that's in those circles. So
yeah. I was getting ready to, that was going to be my next. That was going to be my next question. Is it easy to get there? But
well, yeah, I assume it is if you know the right people. But I went online and I was able to order some gummies. No T, was it THC? Is the naughty part of it, I suppose. Yeah. But it had the C. What's the other? The oil.
CBD.
Yeah, the CBD part of it.
Yeah.
I think they were 10 milligrams a gummy. So
has it helped you, or have you not got it?
I haven't got it yet. Yeah, I only ordered it a couple of days ago. It's coming from England.
Okay, so it might take you a couple of weeks.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, how do they get it? Like, if I can't just go out and buy it here, but I can order it, how's it going to get to me with no hassle, sort of thing. So, wait and see.
That makes sense. Have you smoked before, or have you ever had edibles?
I've had edible brownies, and that was when I was living in a household that went a share house, and someone whipped them up, and I slept all right that night.
Yeah.
So
I prefer the edibles to the actual smoking because the high difference are not the same.
I'm not a smoker, like a smoker anyway. So sort of the whole smoking idea is foreign. So but the eating is not. Yeah.
Yeah, right on, man. Yeah. Let's get into this next one here. Do you know what's happening here?
Bloodletting.
Yes. Do you know why they would do that?
To get toxins out of the body or something, I think. To
prevent nosebleeds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it makes sense, right?
Yeah, if it's coming out of there, it's not going to be coming out of your nose.
They said that they would do bloodletting, or they would take pokers and dip them in vinegar. Well, they'd get them hot, and then they dip them in vinegar and blow it up your nose. And apparently it was supposed to help stop the nosebleeds. But I don't know how accurate that is. I guess they would practice. They would practice like cutting the elbows open if you were getting nosebleeds, and they were thinking that would actually help stop the nosebleed. I mean, I guess it makes sense back then, but
well, I'm thinking the question you posed then was, I don't know how accurate that is. The fact that they're not doing it anymore would probably suggest it wasn't.
I mean, I'm sure the bleeding eventually stopped after they
lost enough with blood. A lot of other things too. With vital organs, they stopped as well. So
yeah. I've got nosebleeds occasionally, but I don't have like a frequent issue with it.
Yeah, no, I haven't had one for years, but if I get one, I usually get a good one, and I'm there in front of the mirror for a while.
Yeah, but I never thought to like go see a doctor for it either.
No, true.
So I mean, whoever would do that, it must have had some pretty serious issues with bleeding. and if they told me that was the what they were gonna do, I'd probably be like, no, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'll go get some
give
more
me some
napkins.
Kleenex. It's all good. Yeah.
Do you have any like medical issues besides sleeping?
Not
Nothing
physical.
serious.
Yeah, nothing serious. No, just old age. That's about it.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. How old are you, anyways?
I'm 46.
Really?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought you were maybe a couple years older than me. I'm 34, so
Oh, yeah. I wish I was 36, but yeah, starting to feel it. But
yeah, well,
yeah, no, I had a lot of my years. I was heavier than what I am now, so lost a lot of weight. But the joints, through the rigors of
being
carrying
heavier,
that weight,
yeah.
it's like, damn it, I want to do this now, and I I can do it, but then I can't because the knee will decide it doesn't want to turn that way anymore, and
Yeah.
so
I get real bad migraines,
okay,
and it happens a lot. I mean, probably 7 or 8 times a month, and it'll last like 2 days sometimes. And there's nothing that I can do. They give me medicine, and it doesn't really do anything for me. But yeah, I mean, I've been dealing with that for probably 8 or 9 years now, and I don't know what.
I've never had a migraine, thankfully. So,
And that's what's drinking now too. As I've gotten older, like if I drink, I can drink like let's say I drink beer. I can drink beer and be fine the next day. I could drink like a liquor and most likely be fine the next day. But if I mix the two, I immediate migraine the next. I'll wake up with a migraine, and I don't. So that's why I really don't drink much anymore either. I get some beers and I'll have like 3 maybe one night, and that's it.
That's it.
Yeah. All right, next up.
Let's go.
This is a similar to that one. They got a little sheep hooked up to a hose going to their arm. Can you guess what this one is?
Well, obviously a transfusion of some sort, but I'm just trying to think what it would be. Oh, milk.
A milk transfusion.
Okay.
It says in the late 19th century, milk was believed to be the perfect substitute for blood, and the fatty, oily qualities would become white blood cells. I see this going south very fast.
Yeah.
I mean, I barely drink milk as is.
Yeah, no, I don't mind milk. So,
yeah.
I wouldn't inject it into
your bloodstream.
No.
That was probably out of all the ones we've discussed, this one gets me the most because I'm like, what doctor would be like, okay, but yeah, I think this would work.
Yeah, you're a bit low on milk.
Oh, you're low on blood? Let's just let's hook you up to this cow here. It says that they used cows and sheep milk. So I don't know why those specifically, but it's a bit odd.
Excuse me. That's crazy.
Yeah. No, I do go donate plasma. I don't know if that's something that happens out there too.
Yeah, no, I haven't. I used to do blood and then plasma as well, but then I was getting tattooed. So
and I've got. I mean, my thing is I can't get tattooed. They won't draw from this arm. They'll only draw from my other arm. And
do you guys get paid for it?
Yes.
See, we don't.
Oh, so it's voluntary and you don't get paid?
Yeah. We might just get a little lolly what you guys would probably call candy at the end of it. And a drink of orange juice or something while you sit there and, have that at the end, or you might get a pen with Red Cross Blood Bank written on it, or, something.
Ours, it's funny because here it's like, yes, you're doing something good, but you get all these like homeless or these like low income, like clear druggies going in there and making this extra cash. And like they have a questionnaire that you got to fill out. But I mean, it's like $140 a week if you go twice a week, right, which is not bad,
No, yeah.
And so, yes, it's a good cause, but the money makes all these like not so great people come and donate.
Yeah, I don't want that blood.
No, I don't even want their plasma. I don't,
Yeah. Like, I think obviously, having a tattoo, you got to wait X amount of months before you can go in. And I think the other question, apart from are you a gay man or something like that?
yeah.
Is mad cow disease. Like, have you been to England or the UK within the last X amount of years?
Yep. We have those questions too.
Yeah. But apart from that,
if you've been in prison for too long, or within a certain amount of time frame, there's like 5 or 6 questions about if you slept with a man, have you exchanged money for sex with a man?
It's like, no, I did it for free.
No, I did it for free.
Tell you what one of the most silliest questions I've ever seen on a form is.
What?
When I had to fill out my form to get my visa to go to the States,
mm-hmm.
One of the questions was, well, obviously they put down, answering yes to any of these questions doesn't automatically mean you're not going to get your visa.
Yeah.
So you go through, you look at them, and one of the questions is, are you a terrorist? Yes or no?
It's like, just assume that they're that unintelligent that they're
they're going to catch him. Oh, he caught me! Damn it, Ahmed! Why'd you do that?
I feel like if they put yes, I would let them travel just so that I could, give a warning out to the country and be like, "Hey, just be ready at this gate when they land."
Well, I think they mightn't land.
That is pretty funny. Are you a terrorist?
I just laughed at that. I thought, really? They wasted ink on that question.
Oh man, that's I'm gonna be thinking about that all day today. Now, that's the sad part is I'm gonna be thinking about that all day. All right, can you guess what this is? You're probably not going to guess it, but
I'm just trying to see the pictures, but they're too small. They're at a
table
table
zoom
doing
in
something.
We'll see here.
Patent magneto for nervous diseases. Oh, okay.
So can you guess what it's used for?
Oh, maybe anxiety or stress or something. Cure toothaches. Okay. Didn't know that was a nervous disorder.
Yeah, you got nerves in your roots.
Well, yeah, but nervous.
I'm pretty sure this was just a U.S. thing, honestly. But it said that if anybody had tooth pain, this magneto machine would electrocute the gums around the tooth to cure the pain.
Just sounds like it deadens kills the whole thing around it, and
yes.
Therefore no pain.
The whole right
pain
side
receptors. Yeah.
The whole right side of your jaw is just gonna be numb for the next 5 days. Have you ever electrocuted yourself or been electrocuted?
No, not really. The electric fence, just is it on? Oh, it is. Yeah, it's about it.
They have these cattle prongs. I don't know if that's something out there too.
Yep.
And me and some of my buddies when I was younger, we'd be stupid and we'd crank it up to the high ones and we'd zap each other with them. Just some of the stupid shit I used to do.
Yeah, no, I know of them. I've never used them. So
it does say that so they use that machine as electrotherapy to cure not just for toothaches, but epilepsy, paralysis, impotence, tapeworms.
You name it.
Yeah, what do you have? Yeah, let me just grab that magneto real quick.
We'll just need a good
shock
zap
it right out of you. Oh man. And then I think we only got one more, man.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll wrap it up. Can you guess what this dog has? Oh well, it says right there. I accidentally skipped a set.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was looking at its mouth. I didn't even see that, to be honest.
Yes.
I was looking, going, is it frothing at the mouth? But
yeah. So he's I've
Old
never
Yeller.
actually seen it. I've never seen a dog with rabies, to be honest. So I didn't know what it did. I know, like humans, like if we were to get rabies, you eventually, if you don't get cured, you eventually like have a fear of water.
Okay. No, I think dogs is like froth at the mouth, and they just get aggressive.
Yes. Yeah. So
From what I can remember from movies and things, and
it says that in ancient Rome, people thought they could treat rabies. According to Pliny the Elder, a naturalist and author, anyone bitten by a mad dog should be treated by having their wound cut open and covered with raw veal. Then the patient should eat a diet of lime and hog's fat, and then the patient would then drink a concoction made of wine and boiled badger dung.
just cut straight to the wine, I think.
Man, I honestly, I feel like I would be a really good doctor back in the 19th century.
Oh, you're just prescribing anything and everything.
Don't listen to that guy. Don't listen to that guy. Well, let me just punch you in the face real quick. It'll be real quick and easy.
You just
I'm
look
not going to
around
charge
the
you a
house
dime.
and see what things you needed to get rid of. Yeah, you need to
Take this home with you.
leftovers,
Take this sharp stick right here, just shove it up your anus, and that'll take care of it. I promise. I did really love this topic though, because it made me. There's so much like crazy shit that they did back in like the early 1900s, and it amazes me that that was actually being used as treatments.
Oh yeah, it's and to think what they like, where we are now from where they were.
Right.
It's crazy.
I'm curious if there's books out there from these doctors. I'm sure there is some sort of like dialogue or journal of all their like why they got to the point where they're like, this will work.
I think it was just as the saying in Australia goes, suck it and see.
Suck it and see, man. Oh yeah, and around here with pills, man, so many people like, oh, I got a headache, and somebody will just grab out of their bag and they'll just hand them some pills. Won't even read the bottle. Nothing.
No,
and it's amazing.
I've never taken medicine that was prescribed for someone else.
Right,
like just over the counter stuff, no worries, but actual medicine with someone else's name on it,
yes. And over here, it's like it's nothing, or like our reactions to stuff. Like, I work in a retail store, and if the fire alarms go off or like the emergency exit alarms go off, people don't. Like, nobody even reacts. Yes, nobody reacts, and
just
it's like
drill.
And then you wonder why there's so many shootings. It's like, and they're killing all these mass people because nobody's reacting. Probably because they took too many pills.
Yeah, what? Drowsiness? No.
Is that? I mean, you guys don't have those kind of issues there, like not like that, right? Like the shootings that we have over here.
We had a big one in 1990. Gee, when was it? Hang on, I'll bring it up here.
The fact that you said 19 something is saying no. not like we do, at least.
No. Okay, let's have a look. 96.
Was your last
shooting? It was the last major one. He only killed 35 people. Yeah, but what happened after that was down in the Tasmania, which is the state, the island state.
Yeah,
that was at Port Arthur, which is like a tourist spot for there's where convicts settled back in the day when Australia was founded. So there's all convict ruins of prisons there. So obviously people go. Cafe there. He went into the cafe, had some lunch, and then just started blowing everyone away. Kids, women, the lot. He got caught. Like, he's in jail. He's obviously never going to get out. But after that, the government went, "Oh, fuck this." They did a buyback of certain weapons. So and there was pushback from gun lobbyists and whatnot, but it was both sides of the aisle came together, and you had so much time to hand your guns in, and like it was a buyback, so you got some money back for them.
Yeah.
And it was just certain ones. Obviously, if you had a legit reason, like, you lived on the land and you needed it for, shooting foxes or, kangaroos because they were coming onto your property or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, if you like, I've never shot a proper gun in my life. I don't think. No.
Wow.
Yeah, I've only ever held a proper gun. I think once, maybe twice. And that was when I was in the States.
Can you go to the store and just buy a gun there?
Nah.
Yeah.
No.
No, here you can just walk into a Walmart and buy a gun.
Yeah, no, can't do that. I don't. You got to. Yeah, it's even to you got to apply. You got background. There's everything. Yeah.
Yes.
So we haven't had anything since then.
Man, that's
like,
nice.
Yeah, and I saw a comedian. I don't know if you know Jim Jeffries. The comedian.
Yeah, of course. Yep.
Yeah, so he does a bit on the whole gun thing.
Isn't he actually Australian?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, he's dual citizen now. He got his American citizenship. But he did a funny thing on, like, he's taken the Mickey out of it and joking about it. But he said, the argument, that if you ban guns, then the criminals will get them. And then he goes, the guy that had the gun in Sandy Hook or whatever it was, he said he just, ordered that online, or he walked into Walmart or wherever he got it.
Yeah.
And he said, in Australia, on the black market, that gun is, I think it was like $30,000 or something. It was a massive amount. And he's like, if you've got $30,000, you don't really need to be a criminal.
Yes.
Just the way he said it, was like,
it's so true, though. I mean, it's a fact.
But our cops still have guns, and we're not like UK where the cops don't carry guns at all. But
or like Iceland. I think Iceland doesn't carry guns at all either. Yeah.
But every now and then, it's more so criminals, shooting each other.
But do you guys? I mean, what is your crime rate like there? I mean, is it really that bad?
Yeah, it's fairly low.
Yeah, like here, it's every major city here has like some rival gangs and all that stuff.
Yeah, like there's gangs, not like Crips and Bloods or anything.
Yeah.
But it's like any place,
Yeah.
Any town or whatever has its good parts and its bad parts,
right.
Not to walk somewhere after a certain time, or or to
don't wear a certain color on this street.
or keep walking your head down, don't look twice at someone. But that's just places.
I did want to throw out something that happened to me was with dingoes. We went and saw some dingoes, my wife and the kids and I, and we were sitting on this like rock petting them, and I had the key fob, those like the button keys for your car.
Yep.
Sitting on it was hooked to my pants, and this dingo completely dismantled the whole thing, and I didn't even hear it. It was the quietest. Like I look over, the whole thing was just dismantled and taken apart. I was like, what the hell?
Well, you're lucky you didn't take one of your kids. Because there was a big thing back in Australia that I think it was early 80s. Family went to Ayers Rock. I don't know if you know where Ayers Rock is.
I know of. I mean, I've heard the name.
You heard the term, yeah. Or Uluru, as they call it now. It's back to its native title. They went there because you could go there, camp there. You could actually climb it, but you're not allowed to climb it anymore because it's sacred land. But yeah, they woke up one morning and I don't even think the kid was a year old, was gone. And they were like, the dingo must have came and got it, because the dingoes would just roam around, sort of thing. And they warn you, lock your, make sure you zip up your tents and whatnot.
Yeah.
But then there was a big thing. It was like she got charged with the murder, but they never found the body. But they found the jumpsuit all bloodied, and then she got off, and then she got recharged again with it, and it just went on for like decades. And she finally got off, and they said, the dingo took it. So they ended up making a movie about it. I think Meryl Streep played her, the girl in it, well, the lady in it. But
that is fun. I mean, it's funny, but it's not. But I mean, are dingoes that bad? I mean, do dingoes eat like small pets and stuff like that? I mean, would they eat your dogs and stuff?
Oh, probably not your dogs, because they're the same you know.
Oh, just
I
wild,
suppose.
yeah. But cats and stuff like that, and chickens.
But it's like anywhere you go, it's like don't feed them or don't, you know, lock everything up or sort of thing. But that's only in the outback type thing.
Because
They're not like running down the street.
And they're like a fence, a real long fence that blocks the dingoes out.
Oh, I think it was, the rabbit. Well, I think they call it a rabbit-proof fence, but I think it's for the dingoes. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
So
a
you guys have
whole-
the longest. I know you guys have the world's longest fence, and that's
Fence,
what it was built for. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, it makes sense, but you guys have a lot of dangerous animals there, reptiles and snakes, and snakes are reptiles, but like spiders and shit like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. A lot.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on today. I hope you had a good time. You know, it's meant to just kind of be chill and hang out.
Yeah, no, it was good. I know. No,
Lewis had a
what
fun
vibrator looked like back in the day, and
time. Yeah. Now you use it to buff your floors. It's the same thing. They didn't even remodel it.
No, next time I see a wild carcass, I know what to do with it.
The random topics I pick, it's fun because I learn too, but it's just a good time, man. So next time you come on, it could be something completely 24. Who knows? It's so different every time I do it, man. So
sweet. Well,
I appreciate you coming on. Thanks for staying up till 3:30 in the morning your time.
Yeah, it's just about that. Yeah.
By the time you wake up, I'll have this episode ready to go and launched probably. So
cool.
All right, man. Well,
no worries.
We'll keep in touch. All right.
Cool. No worries. Thanks.
To everybody watching, thank you, and have a wonderful night.
See ya.